Many have spoken about this reaction from the president, and I mean, it does come from a background of him having supported the Azimio leader, that is Raila Odinga. But as you were watching the developments and what have you, what did you make of this reaction, Ekwee Ethuro, of the incumbent president to the winning or the president-elect William Ruto, and not acknowledging him?
I was a bit surprised as well that he did not acknowledge him directly from the time I was declared president-elect, and also after the outcome of the Supreme Court ruling. But knowing President Uhuru Kenyatta as well, he doesn't pretend.
Yes.
And I think I was just making it very clear that the president-elect was not his choice, but he also congratulated leaders generally.
Yes, those who won.
That includes the president-elect. So I wouldn't read too much into it.
Okay.
I think the most important statement he made was that he respects our independent institutions. He urged people to query about it.
Yes.
That's okay. That's his opinion. He also said that he's going to ensure that he will follow the dictates of the rule of law. That includes the swearing in and the handing over. I am absolutely confident,
yes,
that President Uhuru Kenyatta will be there to hand over power to William Ruto.
Okay. Yes. Let's move on to something else. There was also a reaction to the Supreme Court judgment, and that is from the IEBC. And just to get remarks from you on that, and then move into what we're expecting, that is Parliament and the future of government policy formulation and leadership. Four opposing IEBC commissioners now appear willing to patch relations with Chair Wafula Chebukati. The four, led by Vice Chair Juliana Cherera, made a statement acknowledging Chebukati's comments after the Supreme Court verdict on Monday. The commissioners agree with the Supreme Court's decision to uphold Ruto's win, and Sydney Chazima now reports on the seeming end to the perceived mutiny within the Electoral Commission.
Vice Chair Juliana Cherera and Commissioners Irene Masit, Justus Nyangaya and Francis Wanderi now say in part, quote, "We agree with the statement of the chairperson of the commission sent to the media yesterday. We wish to reiterate that we stand by the rule of law and statutes that promote effectiveness of the work of the commission." End of quote. Chebukati said the Supreme Court ruling vindicated the election process. Ironically, the four dissenting commissioners agree with this statement, despite having walked out on Chebukati and the other commissioners at the last minute and disowning the results. The four commissioners welcomed the Supreme Court's decision to uphold William Ruto's win, stating, "We wish to convey our appreciation to the honorable judges of the Supreme Court of Kenya and confirm that we respect their collective decisions." End of quote. Even as the dust settles, attention will now shift to how the seven commissioners will work together after their last-minute boardroom rupture. Sydney Chazima, NTV.
The last few words there, Ekwee Ethuro, I don't know if you caught them, the last minute boardroom rapture. First of all, that was quite a brutal ruling by the Chief Justice. I mean, graceful but very firm in the words that she used. Hot air, wild goose chase, brutal, boardroom rapture. And of course, many reacting to that as saying that it wasn't necessary, but it was quite definitive in the way she delivered that judgment.
Yeah, she used, the Chief Justice used some very strong words, but I guess it doesn't change the story. I think that's the way the court felt. The court felt like, surely if you have nothing to allege and to prove the allegations, then you should not come to the Supreme Court.
Yes.
And so I can understand that kind of fury.
Yes. Do you understand the reaction now from the four dissenting commissioners? What do you read into this? Because now it seems, or from the reading at least of the statement that they released yesterday, that they're in agreement with the Supreme Court and are willing to work with the chair.
Of course, everyone is in agreement with the Supreme Court because it's the final arbiter.
Yes.
I mean, if you are a Democrat, you know, push your agenda until it reaches the end.
Right.
And so when that determination is made by the highest court of the land, we are duty bound to respect it. But in terms of the commissioners, it was really unfortunate. Mm-hmm. We expect our commissions to work in harmony, commissioners to work in harmony, to be able to make decisions. And I think the Supreme Court has promised that they will give us a considered ruling. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they will talk. And I think they mentioned, you know, their division has nothing to do with the numbers.
Yes.
Because according to the Maina Kiai's case, the polling actually took place at the polling station. So the rest of you, your job is just to tally and verify. Mm-hmm. And so to that extent, that will not affect. But in terms of good governance, in terms of enriching the commission, it is important that the chairman, although he has a limited time frame now to execute his mandate,
yes,
could have done better. Right. In terms of involving the other commissioners. I think they just felt a bit aggrieved, and I'm sure I call them the famous quartet.
The famous quartet, you call them. And I believe